Welcome to Swolehammer, and this is Dank or Jank, where I play questionable titles, so you may want to. This is a series that I did on another channel and wanted to bring it here for Swolehammer, because it's honestly really fun to do, and there are tons of Warhammer games out there to be played and memed upon. So I hope you all enjoy this, and if you want to see the OG run of Dank or Jank, I left the link in the description below. So anyway, Darktide is a 40k based co-op first-person shooter that channels their earlier game Vermintide, which channeled the Left 4 Dead format from years ago. When this game came out last year, it was to mixed success. At the time of release, I'd say this game was a slight jank on the scale. It had great graphics, smooth enough gameplay, and grimdark presentation, but fairly limited with maps, modes, and features. Then the devs aggressively did patches to try and fix the game that was already delayed for years. A year down the road, the developer Fat Shark unveiled the Class Overhaul, which seemed like an appropriate time to come back and reevaluate this title. So have they dug their way out of their Militarum trenches, or has it fallen to chaos like so many other titles? Overall, I'm happy to report that the Class Overhaul has a fair amount to invigorate our interest in this title. Now we have a legitimate skill tree where it shapes how you want your class to play. While the roles aren't as defined in some classes like Vet Guard compared to Ogryn, where you very apparently have a bruiser, tank, and range role to go for, it's at least nice to have added depth and diversity.
I got a grenade for that.
Alongside other improvements, there are more levels to play on, more usage for in-game currency, and the difficulty has been smoothed out to make it less Dark Souls light and a more gradual rise to getting your teeth kicked in. While these changes make the game a ton more fun and infinitely more playable, little issues still linger.
Yeah, DC'd me too. Okay, good job, game.
Missions, while doused with Warhammer flavor, are still kind of meaningless and annoying, outside of the occasional mini-bosses, which are pretty fun. Getting my ass beat by a Chaos Spawn is always more fun than this. The verbiage is also confusing as to what things do. Like, whether you play Warhammer or not, it's not clear what coherency means in Darktide, or what consecrating an item does. Would it kill them to have a hover-over explanation of what key terms mean?
Up to 33% toughness damage reduction the more allies in coherency? What? The fuck does that mean?
Then other things like awkward weapon zooms and general lack of story or direction start bogging down this tight gameplay experience.
You gotta figure out the lore.
Oh, yeah.
You've been summoned to the Officium Interrogatus. Oh, okay. Well, that sounds like something I'm gonna try to skip.
Oh, and there's still no scoreboard. A lot of these elements seem like intentional design decisions, however, and if they haven't fixed it in 9 months, it may never see the light of day like many other gamers. So in the end, is Darktide Danktide or Janktide? After all is said and done, the improvements are substantial enough to make what was a decent game last year into a slightly more dank affair. Like any game, it'll have its problems, but at the end of the day, it's hard to beat fun, pulse-pounding moments like,
Oh, Daddy's going down!
Oh no! Oh shit, there's so many around him. Sorry, I'm reviving him. Smasher, you're almost dead!
I know! I've been dead for 5 fucking minutes!
Get in here! What? You have no health.
I have 16 bullets and 0.
thanks for watching. As I prefaced, I really enjoyed doing this series on my old channel and wanted to bring it back. So if there are old or new Warhammer games that could use a swole view, let us know in the comments. As always, this is Rafik from Swolehammer. Stay swole.
Yeah, I just wish they called it like your shield or something.
I know. Yeah.
It's not like when you play fucking Halo, it's like, oh yeah, Master Chief's toughness is all the way down. You have to take cover.
Yeah.
He's not feeling too tough.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Not feeling.
I just don't feel tough today.